this is going to remain a one-point game. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has the look of a game that could very well go down to the wire. Just 1 point separating these two clubs at the break. But they're ready for the second half, and we are too, as we'll kick it right back out to Brandon and Charles.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
In motion left, Bateman. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Jackson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
No, we changed it. 17. Mike 17. I'm here all day.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Trucks over him. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. They'll run. It's Henry. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Jackson on first down. That went into the hands of Flowers. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. Final minute now of the third quarter. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. But first down, Hurts. Quick slant to Brown. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Barkley, inside handoff. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Hurts fumbles it. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
61 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Here now, 3rd down.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out.
And the Ravens have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Throwing now is Jackson. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Hurts and the Eagles now.
Down 14-7. Less than 90 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. They'll look to throw. And just shutting him off there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's back to throw. And he will slide down, but a penalty marker down. And this may be all for naught. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time,
and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Now Jackson. Rolling to his right. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining, boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them, and plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pass complete, Goddard. And he'll have a first down, but a great tackle there keeps him from getting to the boundary. They'll set up a throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
It got his man complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you